You say that you love this woman, you want to be with this woman, but that she is cyber dishonest. So I would like to know what cyber dishonesty is, although I have a good idea, but what's her particular brand?
I'm not sure if I just get a different story, but I do follow her on social networks and things, and so, I find it crazy that I would get a story like, oh, I'm having a boring night, or, this, that, and the third of her just staying in the house, but, the next day there's some random guy under her page like, oh, we had an awesome time last night, and fun at the bar, and I'm just like, wait, but you told me that you wasn't.
That you were sitting at home watching the television,
right,
and
and
now
that's
some
when it's
other
like,
dude's thanking her for a good night. Ms. Rogers, do you tell him one thing via social media and actually do another?
No, I don't. The time that he's talking about, I really was at home, and he knows that. But then I have roommates, so I can't control who my roommates bring in and out the house. Yes, people came over and we were chilling, so I don't understand what's the problem.
Have you ever caught her saying anything wrong or suspicious to any particular individual? Something that'll make me say, yep, you were messing around.
Okay, I got you. So, we both have iPhones and we both have emojis. Now, I feel like certain emojis shouldn't just get sent to anybody. I'm referring to emojis with the heart eyes, blowing a heart kiss, whatever have you. Even the eggplant that some people refer to as male genitalia. I don't care. It shouldn't be used in certain contexts.
I hadn't heard about the eggplant.
Yeah, I'm trying to put you on, Your Honor. I'm gonna let you know what's going on out here.
There's an eggplant?
Yes, an eggplant emoji, but it's referred to as male genitalia in conversations.
I gotta say this, when I first looked at your papers, it said 22 and 22, and I said, what's the hurry? And now we're talking about emojis.
That's childish, bro. You can't send an emoji to a person with hard eyes because that means that it's childish, it's insecure, and it ain't gonna work, fam. It's not gonna work, fam. It's not gonna work. Yeah, bro, I get it that they're young and, they're gaining their experience. It's a difference when you've been in a relationship and you have experience within a relationship. Because then you have experience with, which you can relate to, you can refer back to. But when you haven't been in that situation and it's just both of y'all, this is y'all first time trying it to be one, bro, it's going to be stuff that y'all not going to know. Y'all both not going to know that. So all of this extra added pressure, and I don't like when you do this, bro. You gotta let them type relationships breathe, bro. You gotta let the youngins breathe, bro. They gotta breathe.
Eggplants and hard eyes. I have a little concern about maturity level, so I'm gonna ask you straight out, why do you think you're ready at 22 to get married now?
I think it's more of a generational thing, that my generation, they think you can't build that early. But to be honest with you, I would prefer to build this early because it's all about what you're trying to build. And so if you're trying to build, almost like an empire or something, of that magnitude, you have to start early. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. And so the type of family structure I want to have in my future, I have to start now.
Mm-hmm. What kind of family structure do you want? It was very well said, by the way, Mr. Johnson. Your comeback was fabulous.
For sure.
I thought you were going to come up weak, but you didn't. But what are you trying to build?
I'm trying to build something that, I'm not going to say it hasn't been built, but it's a lot less common. I know divorce is really common, and I know a lot of people, they make decisions and they try to learn from them. I try to move really cautiously so that I don't make a mistake. And so that's why we're really here, to make sure that, I do see the potential that we can make the changes necessary to make this thing work. And so I guess when it comes down to it, in terms of family structure, I'm just trying to build one that could really withstand the type of, societal issues.
Pressures that you have, because there are a lot of them out there. A lot of them out there. Some of them take the form of an eggplant, but Ms. Rogers, why don't you tell me what concerns you have with respect to Mr. Johnson and your decision whether or not to marry him?
He has commitment issues, for one. and I don't trust him at all.
Commitment issues. Why do you think he has commitment issues?
I don't know. Kyrie, he doesn't open up to me. He doesn't talk to me. Like, he'll have a bad day, and I'll be like, oh, what's wrong? And he just like, nothing. He'll just have an attitude for the whole day. Like, he never wants to talk at all about anything that goes on in his life.
I don't think that you have commitment issues. Now, you may have abandonment issues, possibly. Possibly you could have been abandoned and now you don't know, or, you know, it's difficult for you to express to another person how you feel because you may not have ever had anybody else to tell it to. Or maybe you never been in that situation, but I don't think that you just jump straight to always commitment. And that type of situation, it's like, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. She cool, she straight, but she trying to put it on her. Oh, maybe he just don't want to commit to me, so that's why he don't talk to me. And maybe, hopefully, there ain't no infidelities going on. We ain't heard of nothing thusly. So that's cool, that's fine. But yeah, I don't think that it's just straight commitment. Like, it's no, he don't want to commit. He just said a whole goddamn what's the thing? When you roll it out, the royalty thing with the list and all of that, he just said that. He just said a whole, you know, nice soliloquy and all of that good stuff. Nah, I don't think that it's off the table. But again, like I said before, bro, you gotta let these relationships grow. They still young, bro.
Now, I do have to say this, though, Ms. Rogers. They don't want to talk as much as we do, period. You know, they don't want to discuss every little detail. They don't want to talk about how they feel all the time. You know, if they want to say something, give them an opportunity, but you can't expect them to be a girlfriend and chit-chat with it.
I'm not
You
asking him
understand that,
to,
right?
but he doesn't talk at all, though. I mean, he doesn't communicate with me at all with anything. Like, he jokes around too much, as you can see. He's very playful. He never takes me serious. Like,
What would you like him to take seriously about you that he fails to do? Does he not, if you're concerned or upset, he doesn't take it seriously? You mean that?
anything. Like, we'll be laying down watching TV, and there'll be a girl with a big old booty on the TV screen talking about something. Oh, if you had a booty like that, I'd marry you.
It was in a joking manner. Oh, that's out of context, Shanta.
Oh, and that was a joking matter.
Yes,
But you
that was
say
a
it all the time.
Oh, you know what never is funny?
What?
Jokes about a woman's body. We spend a lot of time in the mirror, moving the fat over, lifting stuff up, seeing where it'll go. It gets crazy. You can't touch it.
But see,
Don't do it.
I do the same thing. I be moving stuff around, trying to make sure
But
stuff fit too. I do the same thing.
And I
We the same
appreciate that.
way.
But it's different for you guys. Ms. Rogers, you say that Mr. Johnson has been unfaithful to you. Why do you believe that? Do you have proof?
Yes, I have
Okay.
proof. Okay, one day I came over to his house,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, oh, babe, you left your bracelet. Bracelet? I don't wear bracelets at all. Kyrie never seen me wear a bracelet. Then he's like, so why would you assume that this is my bracelet? And I said, that's not my bracelet. But the bracelet was in his room.
Mm-hmm.
So how did the bracelet get in his room? So remind you, when I first got to Northern, I stayed in the dorms for a couple of years. Kyrie stayed in a townhouse with some of his friends, which was called the Thought House, quote unquote.
Nope, it was
Stop.
called the Thought Spot.
Oh,
See,
okay.
I know you
I'm
didn't get
sorry.
your details together.
The
That's
Thought
what I'm talking about.
Spot. So one day we talk about the bracelet, and he was just like, oh, it's probably from one of the little thoughts that came to the party. Why is the bracelet in your room?
Do you really have a place called the Thought Spot?
Now, see, when you say it like that, it sounds so bad. But all it really was a location where people can come together, indulge in, you know, some casual drinks and have fun. I have roommates, and so it's a majority thing. If the majority of my roommates want to have a party, I can't, you know, say no.
You can't cancel
Aaron
it. You
will kill
can't,
me.
yeah,
You know, I
veto
can't
it.
do that. I will lose my manhood card. So I allow the parties. Now, my room was in a certain part of the house, so you can't really avoid it. I open it up. It's a nice room. I have really cool stuff in my room, so I open it up. Now, I don't understand how a bracelet got off. I know girls leave like bobby pins and stuff. I don't know if this is one of those type of operations.
Now, Ms. Rogers, a misplaced bracelet in a man's house who has roommates, that's a far stretch from him being unfaithful. Give me something a little more solid.
Okay, But this shirt, which I accidentally left back at home, which has lipstick on the shirt. Let's talk about that, Kyrie.
Now, that's the
Everybody
oldest
knows
one
that,
in the
you-
book, Mr. Johnson.
And
If you
what's
blew
so
that
crazy?
one, that's just a
I thought
shame.
it was such an old one in the book that I would get forgiven. It was like grandfathered in. Okay, so when I do, when I was doing a couple of shows, and you know sometimes people are dressed up for the shows, and a friend of mine was congratulating me on doing good in the show, and so when she gave me a hug, her lips, it wasn't even on the collar, it was just on the shoulder.
It smeared
You know,
up.
from a shorter female, you know, I bend over to give her a hug, and it was a light lipstick print. Come on, I mean, if
Dog is 3 for 3 on him, bro. He got out of 3 of them. They tried to catch my man slipping 3 times, and he just straight juked it. Spin move, layup, behind the bag pad. Bro, he getting how we got through that is crazy. How we got through that is crazy. And I tell y'all all of the time, he honestly would make a pretty good defense attorney. All you gotta do is just create the reasonable doubt. He's creating a reasonable doubt. Oh, girlfriend say that she found an earring in your room. Well, listen, I live in a room, but it's also 4 other people that live here. Yeah, bro, he's very, very, very good at creating reasonable doubt. He just got out of 3 of them. That's right on. Right on.
If it was on a collar, that's completely different. That's by the neck. That's some other stuff. It was on the shoulder blade.
No. Kyrie likes to be super saver hoe. That's what he likes to do.
Now, who was he saving, and what is he saving them from?
Anything.
can't
Me
save
and
him.
Kyrie would be laying down. It could be 11 o'clock at night. We'd be laying down, watching TV, doing nothing. Then he gets a phone call, walks out the room. Oh, I gotta go pick my friend up from the train. Who are you picking up from the train? Like, why couldn't you tell them no? Because you were with me.
There's a lot of people who do that.
No.
People don't want to pay a
No.
cab. Those things are expensive.
Right.
Expensive.
No. They don't have to
Now,
call
Miss
Kyrie.
Rogers, I'm telling you, you got a lot of little nonsense over here. I don't see any cheating anywhere
No, he
other than in
cheats.
your head.
No.
Can you give me something else?
Okay, let's talk about this girl that he knows. He told me that she used to mess around one of his roommates. Then all of a sudden they become best friends. How y'all become best friends? She showed me pictures. My roommates had went up to her and asked her questions or whatever about what was going on. She showed me pictures of them kissing. So, what do you have to
Well,
say
now,
about
Mr.
that?
Johnson, we've got photographic evidence of you engaged
You know,
in some consensual touching with another woman in a manner that is not appropriate. Do you care to explain that?
I would not mind at all, especially since she didn't throw out any dates. She didn't throw out any dates. Now, when that happened, it was during a random party many years ago, and me and her were on a break when that happened.
Every time you have an argument, they say they're on a break. So you get mad about somebody didn't buy somebody some cigarettes or something. You go out, get somebody else pregnant, then come on home when you're over it.
Whoa.
It's just, well,
That's a
it
break.
happens here.
It was a lengthy it was a lengthy argument though. It was an argument that lasted for over a week, so I just was like, oh.
Oh, listen, my
So did we
husband
say
and
we were
I
going on a
argued
break?
for a year and a half once. It happened.
That's a real
It happened.
argument.
Now, I want to talk about your compatibility test because we've been talking for a while now, Mr. Johnson, about how you're not cheating and you're not running around. And I've taken up for you a bit in that department because I think a lot of her evidence is shaky.
Shout out to the judge for that, man. We really don't get that a lot. The females really don't take up for us a lot. Man. Well, no. So shout out to judge for that. She went, man. Shout out to her.
Circumstantial.
Having said that, well, in court, circumstantial evidence can be just as damning as direct evidence, but that's a lesson for another day. I asked you, is there something your intended should probably know before marrying them that they don't know about? And your response was, and I quote, "I'm not sure she knows I'm not a fan of monogamy." Now, you're sitting up here talking about I haven't cheated, and then you tell me that being with one woman is not necessarily what you want to do, and then on the other hand, you're 22 and saying, I want to be with this woman for the rest of my life, but I'm not a fan of monogamy. Take any two of those things and connect them together so they make sense.
Okay. My thing is, I'm not a fan of a lot of things in society, and I do feel that certain monogamous ideals do hinder relationships from growing.
Okay, explain the nature of those ideas that you think hinder a relationship.
Did you let her know that? That's what I be wondering, bro. Like, it's cool to have your beliefs and your social whatever, but did you let her know that, bro? Did she know about that? It's like, and again, wild part about it is, like I said, bro, they're young. He don't know. He don't fucking know. All he know is he trying to get paid and he trying to get laid, bro. That's pretty much all he know right now. All of this thing about getting married and, well, then if I do get married, do I gotta only be with her and not? Like, bro, chill out. You're not even old enough for all of that right now. To be truthfully honest, like, you're not even old enough, bro, like 21, 22 or something like that. Just go ahead out there and get your date on. Well, you ain't listen to me. Listen to me. Go ahead out there, bro. Get your date on. Get your bread. Get your paper. Get your paper, bro. Then all the rest of that other stuff, bro, you'll be straight. It'll come. It'll most definitely come, but you gotta be honest with yourself, bro, and honest with her as well to be like, all right, cool, listen, I do want to do this, but I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do, and maybe it ain't, the best time for us to be rocking right now. Maybe it ain't, bro. And the lying, bro, like, that's a straight lie. You been straight lying. Got everybody believing you. We sitting up here 94% of the way back and you up. I'm trying to get you a promotion to be a defense attorney and all of this shit. You just straight flat out lying, bro. Flat out lying, bro. This is dishonorable. I wouldn't be able to trust you. I ain't gonna be able to hit you up like, all right, bro, shit. We made 120K this week off of videos. Go ahead, take 40 of it to the bank real quick. I'm not trusting you with that, bro. Dishonorable. Dishonorable.
She tells me I cheat every week. It happens every time around like Friday at 9. It's like a TV show. Now, my whole thing is, and this is because it's not just her. Her and her friends, they have oh, yeah, girl, he cheating. The little girly talk. So they talk about how their boyfriends are cheating. My whole thing is if everybody's cheating and everyone's doing, so at what point is cheating really cheating if everybody's doing it, according to y'all? But that's.
Mr. Johnson, I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All I want to know is, are you or are you not looking forward to or believe that you can appropriately or successfully engage in monogamy?
Successfully?
Yes.
What is your idea of success?
If you want to get in a verbal battle with somebody, you done picked the wrong
I know
woman.
I did. That's why I
Because you
take that
are
back.
so overmatched.
I take that one back.
You're 22 years old and you're not ready to settle down with one woman. You can talk all the Yankee-dank that you want to, and you can talk about who's saying what, this, that, and the other thing. But when you make a blanket statement like, I am not a fan of monogamy, it means, don't get cute. You hear what's happening here? He wants to be with you. He just doesn't want to be with you alone. He wants to be with you,
so
but
cold.
he wants to be with other women. She has the right to know. She's
gotta
talking
let her
about making a
know.
lifetime decision, connecting herself to a dude
gotta
who
let her
doesn't
know.
want to make a lifetime commitment to her. And she's got a right to know. She loves you. She thinks you're serious about being a husband to her, and you're not, because you don't want to be monogamous. If she was down for polygamy or whatever, you discussed it, decided, and picked out a couple of other chicks, that's one thing. But that's not what's happening here. She wants to be your wife and your wife alone, and that's not what you want. So, Mr. Johnson, where did I get it wrong?
As a wife and as a husband, I was always understood that it was almost a partnership, and that between you two, that part of being committed was to always be there for that person as well as behind that person. Like you said, you and your husband argued for a year and a half, but that never changed your amount of devotion to him or the things that you would do for that person.
Yeah, but that brother believes in monogamy. He's not questioning it. He's not walking around it. He's not coming home with lipstick on his shirt, kissing people on the break, and none of that. You know what I mean? We were alone in the house arguing for a year and a half, but nobody else was involved. You have a problem with the fact that you don't want to be with one woman alone. Ms. Rogers, it is what it is. Now, don't be a silly woman. Women are silly a lot with this. It's not in his best interest to say to you, I don't believe in monogamy, or I'm not a fan of monogamy. So you know he believes it when he said it. Now, that to you is a signal to roll. I mean, just to walk off and roll on. You're beautiful, you're 22, you don't have any children, and you're educated. You don't have to beg nobody to be with you alone.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree with him right here, bro. He just did the clap for me. Yeah, bro. This baby girl, this somebody's daughter. You want to be treated like a princess? I mean, queen. My bad, baby girl. Well, I can't call you baby girl no more. I gotta call her big girl. I can't really do that, but yeah, bro, that's somebody's daughter. She went the ring and the white picket fence and all of that, bro. And if he ain't stepping up, then he gotta step up. And she told her goddamn right. She told her right, bro. This nigga, he gonna clap the goddamn M off his hands. He gonna clap the skin off his hand. He got a daughter. He got a daughter too.
Beg nobody to be with you alone.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Don't be
My
a
dog.
silly
Yeah, he
woman.
got one.
Don't,
He
22,
got one.
22, you know how much living I did between 22 and married? I had a ball. You can have a ball. You better looking than I ever was.
Thank you.
It's, you know, you don't have to be married to be happy. You have to pursue a passionate life. When you pursue a passionate life, you will find a person who has that equal passion, who has that at that same level and wants the same thing, and then you get married. But not now, especially to a dude who's not really sure it's what he wants.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about getting married now, though. Like, I was trying to see, like, in a couple of years, like, once I finish school and stuff like that.
Now, don't plan ahead like that. You know what I mean? You got to be with a guy right now where he is, where you are, because if you start planning ahead for a couple of years, you're going to start investing in a maybe. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make it work. I got to get married by 2015. Don't do that. Enjoy it for the dudes do a wonderful thing. They know how to enjoy it for today. Like, today was a good day. I enjoyed her. I enjoyed what we did. I learned something. I've got something. I'm on my career path. And women, we're always, well, now, wait a minute.
She just gave it away, bro. She gave it away, bro. Man, we will enjoy the day. I'm telling you. She gave it up. She gave it up.
Let's see. He said he liked me today. Next week, 5:30 p.m., I got to have him to love. If he's not at love, I'm going to go back. And then if he gets to love, I'm going to look for a house. Let's stop that. All right? You don't need that. Be passionate about your life. And a guy that wants you will come for you. If you got to come for them, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? I hereby grant you your freedom. I grant you your joy. I grant you tomorrow. I grant you 3-4 other guys better than this one. This matter is adjourned.
Kyrie and Aaron agree with the judge that marriage is not right for them at this time, and they have moved on.
I was not expecting that video to end that way. But I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that it did. All he had to do was shut his mouth. All he had to do was just stop talking, bro, and he could not do it. And the crazy part in the beginning, like the judge said, bro, I believed him. You believe him with the roommate situation and all of that. It's like, all right, well, when you stop and you come to the outro, then you get a different perspective on the thing. So you mean to tell me you 19, 20 in a college dorm room in a party jumping and you in your room chilling? You in the room chilling? all right. But like I said, the defense was stellar. The defense was superb. Listen, Judge, I get it. It looked bad. It looked bad. But I'm in a house with 4 or 5 other dudes. You know, it was a party. Maybe something got kicked. Maybe it got woo. All right, that can create enough reasonable doubt for me. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm on the fence about that. Then the whole what was that? The man, what did he say? I know he smelled the perfume. The makeup on the shirt. The makeup on the shirt, bro. He had the makeup on the shirt. That's, man, come on, Dub. That's easy money. R.I.P. to Pops. R.I.P. to Pop Jiggy, man. All right, I'll give y'all this story time. This is another story time. So I had an ex, my ex-girl. I used to go over their house every Sunday. I'm over there every Sunday to eat dinner with her and her folks, right? Not every Sunday. I'm cat. But the majority of them, long story short, it's a Sunday, but it's the Sunday like after the proms and all of that. So everybody coming to the house, and it's, you know, extended family, cousins and all of that. It's a packed house. It's a packed house. So yeah, everybody, you know, looking all good. Nice and neat, you know, got on their Sunday best and all of that. My girl grandfather, which, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. I learned a lot. Fellas, with your vehicle, this is the motto that he taught me. You take care of her, she'll take care of you. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yeah, bro. So, all right, it's a packed house. And that's my dog. That's my dog. That family, that household, it was her mother. She had a sister, a grandmother, and a grandfather. So when I would go over there, I would always kick it with the grandfather because I'm like, shit, it's a house full of women. He happy to see me. I'm happy. Hey, brother, how you doing? It works out. It worked out. It's commotion. Everybody running back and forth through the house, you know, barbecue status, coming to get a plate. Might go in there and check out a couple players at a football game. My girl grandmother come in the house, so she like, I don't want to say his name. She like, Donald, what is that on your shirt? He like, what you talking about? She like, right there on your shirt. He look at it, he say, oh, that right there? She said, yes. My man holler out, that's lipstick. I said, bro, what the? But hold up. I'm young. So at the time, I'm thinking like how it is on the movie and all of that stuff. When your girl or your wife catch you with lipstick or something on your shirt, you automatically cheat and whatever. So I'm like, damn, he about to get flipped. But I'm like, he cool though. He not like stressing it. He admitted to it. He said that it's lipstick. I'm like, man, fuck it. Maybe that's just how they get down. So she like, where the lipstick come from? Who lipstick? Woo. He like, man, somebody brushed up against, what he say? Somebody brushed up against me or something like that. And he went on about his day. He went on about his day, bro. I forget. Oh, same thing with the story, bro. Yeah, you know, I was at whatever place and shorty brushed up against me. So these are things that, you know, are believable. These are things that are believable, but it takes a turn. It takes a nasty turn when you find out that the things that you thought were true weren't true, and you just sat there and told 3, 4, 5, a lot. You just told a lot of fucking lies. You just sat up there and lied the whole time. So I wouldn't be out of my right mind to classify you as a liar. So now when, you know, you tell me something, I have the right to, you know, second guess it in my mind. If you told me that the price for the value meal was $8.59 and I believe it being $12.42, I got the right to be, because you just don't have the best track record, bro. They don't have the best track record, bro, and that's sad, bro, because she was really believed, like, the judge was getting in her. The judge was getting in her. Judge, like, man, you don't have nothing. You better give me something a little bit more. She was down there ready to adopt, bro. Take him. Nah, it's a joke. It's a joke, but yeah, bro, like she was cool. She was on his side, and then it just flipped. And for the young lady, I do hope that she go out and do her thing and find whatever everybody has the right to the pursuit of happiness, bro. Everybody has the right to the pursuit of happiness. Bro was immature, but even when he grew up, he got the right to the pursuit of happiness. Immature as hell. Immature as hell, but the judge did the right thing. She did the right thing. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family as always is love. And we out.